What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Animal today, European badger. So I live in Ireland, so badgers, we do have them, we see them. It's kind of sad because this time of year, they come out of hibernation and they're all sort of dopey and they get hit by cars and things. That's sad, I know. Badgers are on my mind because I've seen a few on the roads. So let's go. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil and an eraser and hit pause if I go too fast. They're cool creatures, these very strong jaws and things like that. We always have it from my parents. Like, this is so weird talking, but it sounds gruesome, I know. But you know, if you were in the woods, you have to be careful of badgers because if they bite your leg, right? Say if a badger got a hold of you, a limb or something. This sounds gruesome, but they won't let go until they hear the bone break, right? So what people would do in the old days, people who would work in woods and woodsmen and all this, they would have like a stick, a dry stick, taped to their leg, just in case. I don't know how often this happened now, or if it's just if it was just a story to scare children. But you know, so if the badger broke the stick when it bit your leg, then it would let go and run off. You know, so anyway, weird story. Anyway, let's go. Pencil eraser, try have fun. So we're going to start with the eyes. Center point of my page is about here. We're going to go up a little bit. And he's got these small black eyes, right? So we're going to, let's curve a line this way to get us started, right? Curving sort of up. And then black comes down. Curves around the black eye here. Okay, so it kind of looks like, what would you say? An odd sort of shape, nearly like a letter D, kind of with a curvy side to it. So what I like to do is leave some highlights and then color the rest black, right? So you can kind of like leave a shape like this, white, and color around it. What other people like to do as well, I'll do both, is use white paint, right, and dab on top. So I'll just color this first, right? Right, so that gives you an idea, and then if you want a different example, kind of like something like this, just another little white blob on top. You could do either way. So eyelid line curves up and around. We might have some eyelashes kind of here. Right, kind of like that. Then the bottom eyelid line curves out around here. Like so. So details sort of around the eye. So he's got this furry. Most mammals, I've noticed from drawing, I didn't know this, but they have this kind of eyebrow thing in here. Never knew this until I drew them on this channel. So they've got these kind of sort of things where like eyebrow whiskers grow out. It's like another section. And then they have a top sort of eyelid hairline that goes around to the kind of the corner of their eye there. Like that, right? Anatomy of mammal, hairy mammal eyes. So we'll just do the other eye over here, right? And it's quite a distance, right? So it's like over here. So you could probably fit the eye like, what, like how many times? It's real wide. 1, 2, 3. I'd say like 3. And you can measure if you want. Like, you don't have to be that accurate, but you know, if you want. So that's like roughly 1.5. So it goes 3, maybe a bit more even. So there to there is like 6.5, 6.5 divided by 2, 3. Yeah, so it's roughly 3 eyes, 3 point something eyes. 1, 2, 3. And that'll sort of give you your distance. So roughly 3 eyes fit in here. Okay, the width, real far apart. So, and then you curve that line again. You do the same thing again, pretty much. We just copy this side, do the same thing. Leave a little bit of a highlight, draw it in, or use paint. I'll do both. Okay, and then we kind of go for the details around the eyes. So again, first we'll go eyelid, kind of eyelash. Right, so like around some eyelash kind of sticking off here. And then the bottom. Now these can be sketchy lines. You can do them harder lines, smoother if you want. It's kind of, it's up to you, whatever style you like doing. And then we'll add this eyebrow sort of area. There. And then the eye socket sort of line. Goes around like so. And then there is a bottom sort of eye socket as well. So it comes around like there roughly, comes around the eye. Okay. So now, badger's nose is real big. They're very good at smelling. They're mostly nocturnal. But the width between the eyes roughly would bring you down to where the nose is. Right? So here to here, like this, would bring you down to roughly maybe the top of his nose. So you've got this sort of equal sort of triangle distance between his eyes. Bring you down to there roughly. Okay, so like here to here is roughly the same as there to there. See? It just gives you an idea where his nose is. So just here. Comes across like that and down the side. So his nose is real big, right? So it'll go down like a square, but like with curved edges. Slightly bump up in the middle. Like that, right? And then zoom in here, see where I can see the nostrils. So he's got like these edges, these flaps that kind of come around here. And then we have these nostril holes that are dark there, like another one on this side. So like similar sort of thing. And then a little diamond sort of shape down there, lines up the middle and stuff. This is all dark in here. And like some texture and wrinkles on this might help. Maybe the tip of the nose just there. That. Okay, so his snout, right? So he's got like this hairy white sort of section, and it is like a sketchy hairy animal fur line. So it comes around here. And eventually it'll like join his face, particularly that black section of fur. So it comes around. Like that. And then those black lines come down and join the nose. So it comes down all the way down his face, right? So say on the inside of his eye here, he'll have a black line coming down, and then around his snout, just there. And then we do the same thing here, just on the inside of these eyebrow sort of areas. Like that, right? And he could have like some hatching just lines just to show the side of his sort of nose here. And then there's like a furry sort of section on the tip of his nose, and then some like fur that'll go up the middle. Now these are light lines. I'm just doing these real light. Just to show the direction of the fur, right? So you don't want these to be hard lines. You know, you want them to be sort of light, kind of things like that. So then these black lines continue all the way up to his ears, right? They go connect right up to his ear up here, and it goes around his eye. Sort of this way. And it kind of disappears at his ear fur there. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Roughly at his ear fur somewhere here. And then here. Around the back of his ear. Okay? That means top of his head just comes across here, right? We'll do this line a bit thicker, and because it is a head line. And then like shape for his skull. That comes across, just some shapes across here. So that's the center line. And it's just a line just to show the shape for the head to there. So then he has this real furry face, right, that comes out the side from down here. So it'll go a little hairy. Kind of like that, and then like another sort of fur line here. Add some texture to it. We'll go up here as well. Kind of same sort of thing. Eventually go back in to that black section. Kind of like this. So then his ears just in here, right? So kind of stick out from this, and they're furry as well. Like so, and then like another section of fur here that kind of grows into the ear. Kind of protects, you know, he's got all this hair that sort of protects the hole on the inside of his ear. And then the inside line just sort of curves around this way. and you can add some shadow. So like a black circle or a shadow area just inside the ear. You can shade this up. Sometimes it helps just make things look a bit darker on the inside. And then add some texture to his ear then. Roughly like that. Right, then we do something similar on the other side, so another sort of hairy section here. And then the ear itself, real furry. This goes into there, and then the interior, real dark inside here. Some texture lines on the ear. Like this. Okay, so his head kind of joins his neck, so he's furry like all the way down, right? So he's got this sort of continuous neck fur that just goes down his body here. Real wide, okay? And eventually kind of changes direction down here somewhere. Like that. And then on this side as well. His back kind of sits out a little bit more. You could do them the same on both sides. I'll just draw what I can see on this because his back kind of sits out this way. They're large, sort of big-backed creatures. And then sort of we've got some lines that go, like some fur lines that go around his face here. Around this way and this way. Right, so roughly center line for his like chest is like here, right? And they've got these like real strong sort of shoulders that come in sort of this way. Or like another one sort of here. They like join the chest muscle real tight, kind of going this way. And then another shoulder going down here. Some more sort of neck muscles. You're just adding all these kind of fur lines. And as much of this as you want, kind of thickening up your edge is always a good idea. Makes the texture lines look a little bit more like texture. and the contours. Just makes the animal stand out a little bit more. So anywhere you want to make darker or add shadow, you can. And as always, it's difficult to know when to finish these things. And I just like to keep going until I feel I'm happy with it, basically. Until that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Right, but whiskers. Don't forget whiskers. So lots of whiskers on this. So like they're normally done in white, but obviously I'm on a white page, so I'll do them in black. So of course the fur here is all colored dark black. Fur down here is mostly black brown. It's kind of like gray along the side here. Going down that way. Gray along the side and then dark kind of on the belly. But that seems to be it, really. Right, I'm happy enough with that. Hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.